Good day, viewers. Welcome to another edition of the Daily Strange Stories. I'm John Brown. Our lead story for today. Edwin Sodi connects Cat Matlala to ANC and Paul Mashatile. He uses a fake and stolen ID. Is Jerry Boshoga still alive? Connections between high-profile figures often reveal hidden alliances that raise serious questions about influence and corruption in South Africa. Edwin Sodi, a businessman facing corruption charges, hosted a lavish 50th birthday party where controversial figure Vusimuzi Cat Matlala mingled with influential ANC politicians, including those closely tied to Deputy President Paul Mashatile. This gathering highlighted Matlala's deep links to powerful individuals, even as he faces accusations of fraudulently obtaining an Eswatini identity document and involvement in the mysterious disappearance of businessman Jerry Boshoga, whose fate remains unconfirmed by police. These ties and deceptions paint a picture of a man who navigated elite circles while allegedly building a web of illicit activities, leaving many to wonder how such networks persist unchecked. The event took place on the 24th of September 2023 at Sodi's expansive 85 million rand mansion in Bryanston, a property boasting panoramic views over Sandton and the Johannesburg Central Business District. The patio served as the venue for an opulent affair, complete with a menu featuring basoto lamb chops, fillet of beef, line fish with king prawns, and spicy chicken. A professional videographer captured the evening, and social media footage later showed Matlala and his wife Tsagani seated at the main table, just a few spots away from Sodi himself. Among the guests were Keith Khoza, a political advisor and close associate of Mashatile, Lebogang Meile, the current MEC for Finance and Economic Development in Gauteng, whose brother Mike Meile belongs to a group known as the Alex Mafia and shares long-standing ties with Mashatile, Pule Mabe, a former ANC spokesperson and National Executive Committee member, and TK Ngiza, a former ANC Gauteng secretary. Footage specifically placed Mabe next to Matlala, underscoring the proximity of these connections. Although Mashatile was invited, he did not attend, but his absence did little to dispel the perception of his broader links to Sodi, whom he has known since the early 1990s. Sodi's mansion itself exemplifies the luxury tied to these relationships, spanning 3,500 square meters with features like a gourmet kitchen, 5 luxury bedroom suites, a cocktail bar, a 12-seater cinema, a games room, a wine cellar, indoor and outdoor pools, a gym, ducted air conditioning, and garage space for 14 cars. Such extravagance draws from Sodi's business dealings, including contracts worth at least 1 billion rand from government departments since 2014, notably with the Gauteng Department of Human Settlements. Reports from a state capture inquiry led by former Chief Justice Raymond Zondo detailed how Sodi used funds from his company, Blackhead Consulting, to make payments to politicians, including about 370,000 rand to Mashatile's account and millions in donations to the ANC, aimed at securing influence. Meile, present at the party, previously served as MEC for Human Settlements, a role Mashatile held twice, though no major payments to Sodi occurred during their tenures. These associations gain added weight in light of allegations from KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, who has positioned Matlala as a central figure in efforts to capture police structures through political influence. Mkhwanazi presented evidence, including text messages between Matlala and a political fixer named Brown Mkhwanazi, suggesting sway over figures like Police Minister Senzo Mthunu. This led to Mthunu's placement on special leave and the establishment of a judicial commission of inquiry.
On the 1st of January 2025, Mr. Brown Mkhwanazi sends a WhatsApp to Vusimuzi Cat Matlala, and it reads as follows. I quote, "I have arranged a meeting for Sibiya and the minister. They must have a solution." And he follows another message. "The task team that came to your house and harassed you have been dissolved. They got the letter on Monday. As we speak, they are bringing all docket to Sibiya."
Former Police Minister Begitele admitted to using Matlala's penthouse apartment at the capital Menlyn Main in Pretoria on 2 occasions, arranged via a message from Matlala to the hotel staff, though Tele denied a close friendship and claimed they met only recently. Matlala's rise involved securing lucrative government contracts, such as a 360 million rand police health services tender awarded to his company, Medicare 24 Chwane District, in June 2024. The deal, which paid out 50 million rand before cancellation in April amid claims of fronting, fraud, and collusion, came despite Matlala being under investigation for procurement irregularities at Tembisa Hospital. Whistleblower Babita Deokaran had flagged 3 of his shell companies weeks before her death, highlighting suspicious activities. The investigating directorate against corruption now probes this tender and the high-ranking officers who approved it. Matlala's lifestyle reflected these gains, with his family enjoying luxury clothing, supercars, cosmetic procedures, and grand homes. Adding to the intrigue is Matlala's alleged fraudulent acquisition of an Eswatini identity document, which has prompted investigations on both sides of the border. Eswatini's National Commissioner of Police, Vusimuzi Masango, confirmed receiving information from South African authorities that Matlala holds an ID issued by Eswatini's Ministry of Home Affairs. A special team was assembled to probe how this occurred, emphasizing the need to protect the country's sovereignty from exploitation by criminals. The ID lists Matlala under the name Vusimuzi Dlamini, registered as a resident of Mochane, a rural chiefdom 15 kilometers north of Mbabane, with the number 7605286100-. It identifies him as the second-born son of Christina Thembi Shongwe, a housewife from the area, though her actual second child is a daughter named Vuyisile Shongwe, not Vusimuzi. Shongwe denied any connection, claiming her ID was lost for 3 months in 2024, suggesting identity theft. The photo on the document matches Matlala's appearance, a light-skinned man with a beard and clean-shaven head, indicating it was issued recently. Obtaining an Eswatini ID typically requires an unabridged birth certificate proving both parents are citizens, or for foreigners, a lengthy process involving residency proof, good character, economic self-sufficiency, and community acceptance. Matlala's case bypasses these norms, raising questions about manipulation within the system. Local residents in Mochane, including lifelong inhabitants like Situmo, Sibusiso Ntlengethwa, Endwa Kilegininza, have denied knowing him or seeing him in the area. They expressed frustration over the association, urging thorough investigations by both Eswatini and South African authorities to clear their community's name. Suggestions emerged that General Mkhwanazi should personally visit to verify details, highlighting doubts that Matlala ever lived there or integrated into the rural setting. This deception ties into broader criminal charges against Matlala, who is currently held as a high-risk inmate at Gosimampuru Maximum Prison's C-Max section. Arrested in Midrand on the 14th of May, he faces accusations of money laundering, conspiracy to commit murder, and orchestrating an attack on his former girlfriend, actress Tebogo Tsobechene. Mkhwanazi alleged Matlala attempted to bribe officials to disband a task team investigating him.
The work of the organized crime in Gauteng, supported by the political killings task team, has indeed been compromised. The disbandment of the political killings task team was influenced by the sterling work that they performed in Gauteng to uncover the criminal syndicate, which involved some members of the criminal justice system operating in Gauteng province, and not because of what I presented earlier, which was the work they did in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Their demise was as a result of them assisting Gauteng to uncover the criminal syndicate.
A recent prison raid uncovered a mobile phone in his possession, sparking an internal probe. Special Crimes investigator Mike Boluis described Matlala as a highly dangerous individual involved in organized crime, funding operations linked to extortion groups in Mamelodi and elements in the taxi industry, often handling dirty work for government and police insiders. The story takes a darker turn with the kidnapping of Jerry Boshoga, a 46-year-old Pretoria farmer and tenderpreneur with business ties to Matlala. Boshoga vanished on the 18th of November 2024 in Ruihuiskral, Centurion, shortly after a business meeting. Kidnappers soon sent videos to his family showing him enduring severe torture, with a cloth stuffed in his mouth and visible injuries, demanding an initial 60 million rand ransom later reduced to 10 million rand.
I'm dying here. Please talk to your father. Talk to all our sources. We need this money. You need to pay these guys. Please, I need this money to save my life. Talk to your father very strongly. Talk to everyone that owes us money very strongly. I'm dying. This is too serious.
In one video, Boshoga pleaded directly to his mother, begging her to pay everything required for his release, describing his situation as unbearable.
I really need you. Please, mother. Please come and pay. Pay everything that they want. Please, I'm begging you. You're the only one who can help me. Please, mother. Please.
My son is asking for help and I can't help him. Nobody can help him.
Another clip showed him urging his wife to convince his father to raise the funds, referencing money from a recent multi-million rand government tender he won with partner Ranti Dakala.
I'm dying. This is too serious. Please help me. Please. I can't die like this. I'm begging you, my love. Look at me now. I really need this money. You know I work hard. I can't be treated like this.
Police have dismissed social media rumors claiming Boshoga was found deceased, stating the investigation remains sensitive and he has not been located alive or dead. They urge the public to avoid spreading unverified information, noting the trauma it causes his family, including his mother, wife, and children.
We are also urging social media users to spare a thought for the family of the victim. The spreading of such misleading information has caused unnecessary trauma, panic, and anxiety for the close family members, which include his mother, wife, and children. We are in close contact with the family, and any developments in the case, the family will be the first to be notified by the investigating team. So we are still searching for Mr. Jerry Boshoga.
Boshoga's relatives, including his mother Lily and his sister, have publicly accused Matlala of orchestrating the abduction, citing their shared history as business partners in tender deals and private security companies.
I get messages that Jerry's best friend, Cat Vusimuzi, is the one who is involved in this kidnapping. And I feel so bad and it hurt me so much that I know Vusi. I've met Vusi. I know Vusimuzi's wife. I was once sitting at the same table having lunch with Vusimuzi's wife.
The family reported that Boshoga and Dakala had just secured a major contract when the kidnapping occurred, and in a video, Boshoga mentioned his wife holding the contract payment, pleading with her to use it for the ransom, emphasizing his hard work to earn it. Tensions arose post-incident, with the family ceasing contact with Boshoga's wife due to her alleged lack of cooperation. Around the same time, the wife and 9-year-old son of Boshoga's business partner Ranti Dakala, Ngobile Dakala, and her child, were abducted after leaving the Copperleaf Golf and Country estate in Centurion. They were released weeks later following a substantial ransom payment. A police insider connected their release to the killing of a Terijevel DJ, Rameti, known as DJ Tsitso, who was shot 6 times on the 20th of December 2024 and died 9 days later. The insider suggested Tleti acted as an informant, sharing details about Boshoga's kidnapping and possibly identifying those responsible. Having grown up with Boshoga and treated like a younger brother, Tleti was deeply embedded in Underworld networks, often serving as a go-to for information due to his popularity as a DJ. His death reportedly stemmed from this role, and to date, no arrests have been made in the kidnappings or his murder, underscoring the power of those involved. These events expose a pattern where Matlala's influence allegedly extends to silencing threats and securing advantages. His company's tender win, despite red flags from Deokaran's warnings, allowed a lavish existence now contrasted by his imprisonment. The Eswatini ID mystery adds a layer of international evasion, potentially aiding in hiding assets or identities. Soti's party, with its mix of politicians and figures like Matlala, illustrates how social gatherings can mask deeper alliances, especially given Sodi's own legal battles, including a corruption trial over a 255 million rand asbestos tender in the Free State alongside former ANC Secretary-General Ace Makashule, and orders to repay profits from a nearly 300 million rand Ruiwal wastewater treatment plant upgrade linked to a cholera outbreak in Hammanskraal in May 2023, though the outbreak's source remained inconclusive. Mashatile has acknowledged his long friendship with Sodi but denied any financial gains from it, responding to parliamentary questions. Yet, reports of Mashatile using Sodi's 78 million rand Clifton home in Cape Town for personal entertaining before becoming deputy president fuel speculation. Mkhwanazi referred to Sodi as a brother when confirming his attendance, while Khoza distanced himself from Matlala despite being at the event. Mele Ndmabe did not respond to inquiries, leaving gaps in the full picture. As investigations unfold, including the Judicial Commission probing police capture and the Eswatini probe into the ID fraud, Matlala's case symbolizes the intersection of politics, business, and crime.
Further analysis of the chats indicates that Vusimuzi Cat Matlala is financially supporting the Minister of Police and Mr. Mkhwanazi's political endeavors. This is supported by the evidence of conversation and the proof of payments of guests for January 8 traveling cost and the Ghana dinner in Cape Town, which was done in 2025. The proof of payment, we have it. As I said, we're going to share with you where Mr. Matlala is sending this proof of payment to Mr. Mkhwanazi. On the 2nd of January 2025, at about 10:05 in the morning, Vusimuzi Cat Matlala receives a copy of the letter of the disbandment of the political killing stars team from Mr. Mkhwanazi, who is an associate with the Minister of Police.
Boluis warned that Matlala's networks, tied to hitmen and syndicates, pose ongoing risks, even from behind bars. The uncertainty surrounding Boscha, with police being unable to confirm if he is alive, hangs over his family, who face not only loss but also fractured relationships and public misinformation. This tale of fraudulent identities, high society parties, and unresolved disappearances reveals how elite connections can shield questionable actions, eroding trust in institutions meant to protect citizens. Now that we have seen how filthy rich controversial businesspeople like Edwin Sodi have indirectly connected Cat Matlala to powerful ANC bigwigs like Paul Mashatile, do you see General Mkhwanazi winning the fight against Cat Matlala and Senzo Mthunu? Thank you for watching this news video. We'd love to hear what you think about this story, so please leave your comments below. We read them all and appreciate your insights. Join us again in our next strange story. Until then, goodbye.